Credit Suisse HOLT, in collaboration with Project Firefly, provides top young talent a chance to enter the world of investment banking through the HOLT Valuation Challenge. This is a unique opportunity for students from around the world to intern with Credit Suisse HOLT and earn free access to HOLT Lens, a premium investment tool used by investment banking professionals. 2 months ago, Aliaksei Mukhachou, the winner of the 2012 HOLT Valuation Challenge, started his internship. As he comes to the end of his time in New York and Chicago, he reflects on his experience and learnings about the Valuation Challenge, his internship, and the impact it will have on his future career.
So Alex, let's first talk about the Valuation Challenge. What motivated you to participate in the challenge?
Well, if you think about the whole concept of HOLT Valuation Challenge, so you basically have the two parts. First one is HOLT Valuation, then you have the challenge. So the HOLT Valuation part, basically it has something to do with investment advisory. And I mean, given the fact that it so happens that last week I passed the CFA2 test, I think it's safe to assume that I'm interested in investment advisory, so this is the thing that I like doing. Then if you think about the second part, which is the challenge part, also a competition, I think that you can see any competition as a sort of, a stock option, probably deep out of the money, but you never know. But this is a free stock option that is just lying out there, and I think it's just wrong to pass an opportunity. So these two factors put together led me to take part in the HOLT Valuation Challenge.
So what should participants keep in mind as they prepare for the challenge?
I think top level, if you think about the product and the product, there are two parts in the two things that you present to Credit Suisse. So first is the test, and second is the video. So the test, you have to do a homework. There is really no other way to go around this. And for the video, I would just give one advice: is to think what the people who will watch the video will think, to anticipate their expectations, and I obviously try to exceed them.
What did you take away from the HOLT Challenge?
There are two things that I think any person can learn when they should take the HOLT Challenge. First of all, they got to see a whole unique perspective on the valuation. I don't think that they teach you this, you can say, rather exotic, rather detailed, very focused and detail-oriented approach which HOLT has. They do not really teach you that in classrooms. In the regular time you would have to do it on your own. This is one thing. The other thing is when you do the challenge, you realize, you understand how portfolio managers actually come up with ideas and how they create the portfolios in practice. I think that is probably quite valuable.
Now let's talk about your internship. What are the highlights so far?
So what I basically did during my internship revolved around making the model better. So there are several areas in the model that could be improved. So there are a couple of projects that I think I have tried to bring to life and to sell to all the smart people who are behind the HOLT framework. So one of them dealing with the hybrid capital valuation and the attribution of the cash flows, of equity cash flows. I think that might have a lot of impact, but I at this point I would still have to sell my ideas, which I think are great, but I'm not sure if other people think the same. I would still have to sell this to the framework team.
In what ways has HOLT Lens been helpful during your studies?
Well, HOLT Lens, I believe, is a great source of clean data that I needed in some of the research projects that I did for my school. So if you're looking for a good source of reference, HOLT Lens would be such source. This is the one part of how it is useful, and the second is, of course, that it shows you how the alpha is found, so to say, by the portfolio managers. Because when you do portfolio portfolio composition courses like I did, they explain you what the alpha is, how to calculate it, etc. But actually coming up with the alpha, that's the part that usually is not covered. And I guess when you get the access to HOLT lens, you can get a peek at how they get the alpha.
What would you say are the top ways to distinguish yourself in the job market?
The ways to distinguish yourself, this is something which is a very qualitative thing, so you cannot really rank them. I think a better way to think about distinguishing yourself in the job market is thinking about what people are looking for in some of their future colleagues. I guess there are two things. First, they want some deep understanding of a particular subject, and then the second is being able to adapt well, being able to work well with new, different people. So then you want to communicate it to your potential employer somehow, and my approach would be, I believe that man is a sum of his deeds, so you want to be able to show that, I did a study in this particular subject, or for example, I did a study abroad, so I probably am quite adaptable, or I won a HOLT Valuation Challenge competition, so I understand something in valuation.